Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. And tonight, what I have for you is I don't know if it's a battle because it's not like Kentucky against Kentucky. This is two separate distilleries from two different states. So, yeah, I guess it would be about the battle of states, right? Kentucky versus Indiana. We got a George Remus Repeal. And then we got batch 7 of the Little Book, both 2023 releases, and I've been excited to try both of them. I'm now gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. I wanted to, I'm mixing it up a lot, so I'm just going these around. And if you've seen the other episode that I did, I also did the same thing, but I put it on a thing where it's what do you call those, lazy Susans, and I thought I'd just kind of put them around, go in different order, and then hopefully that'll work, because there's 3 spots on the lazy Susan, and I didn't want to, I don't know, somebody said, hey, you should have put another whiskey on there to offset it. And I'm thinking, well, I still don't know what they are. Doesn't matter. So I thought, well, I'll try it this way and see if somebody will say, oh, well, you were looking down the whole time. Well, I'm not going to spill it. But anyways, really appreciate all of you who support the channel. Just a couple of things before I get into this review. Again, thank you, Patreons, for all you do for this channel. And tomorrow night, hello again, whiskey friends. Darrell, his daughter right now is about to start chemotherapy and all the things they need to do, because she has cancer. So they're trying to combat that, beat that, and she will, of course she will. But they're having a fundraiser tomorrow to kind of help out with the family and what they're going through right now. And so tune in for that. At first, it's going to be at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Your normal times for Hello Again Whiskey Friends. And then you have, right after that, an hour later, you have the Mash and Drum. And they're going to be doing that fundraiser there. So God bless you and your family, Darrell. Sorry you're going through this challenging time. Also want to give a shout out to Eric Gunderson. He's a Patreon, and his daughter is also just right now starting her chemotherapy and the treatments that they're going to be doing to combat basically the same thing, cancer. And it's sad that a lot of families go through this, and I know I'm one of those big people on cancer. I hate cancer. I did a fundraiser for it on this channel, and with the Susan B. Komen charity events that we did for that walk run thing that I think that was last year. So, but yeah, so please support. If you know somebody, always be there for them to talk to, and just be that ear that they might need somebody to talk to. So really appreciate both of you, Darrell and Eric Gunderson. Love you guys, man. And they're gonna beat this, and they're gonna do great things, in more forward in life. So praying for you guys, pray for you and your families. So now this battle. So I've been swirling it around, so hopefully nobody thinks that I know what these are. All right. In normal fashion, you have the Remus Repeal Reserve. It has 5 different, I don't want to say, 5 different Kentucky whiskeys in this, because it's Kentucky whiskey. And they have the different ages and age statements, different mash bills on this one. This one right here didn't tell me what the mash bills are, but it did give me, I guess, a little bit of information to let me know right here on the tag what was in it. There's actually a blend of 7 different whiskeys, ranging from High Rye, not High Rye, but bourbons and then ryes. So it doesn't say percentages, so I couldn't tell you if this is a burr rye. It probably says it on the bottle somewhere, but I didn't read it. Doesn't say anything on the bottle. I didn't write down the proof. I think this is 118.1. Don't have my glasses, but I think that's what it is. And of course, the Remus comes in at 100. Definitely not a fair fight when you're talking about what you're getting, but that's okay. I'm just going to go through, kind of give a little bit of what I'm tasting, what I like about them, if they're even worth picking up, in my opinion. And just like the 2XOs, you don't have to take my opinion on whether or not you should go buy them, because they're good looking bottles, and if you see them, of course, do what you feel. So, but these are normal ones that I like to get every year. These are every year releases. Let me go a little bit about this one first. This is the Remus Repeal. I wrote everything over there, so when I'm looking that way, I'm not I'm going to be spinning these at the same time. There's no way I can memorize that while reading this. So Remus Repeal batch 7. It is 6%, 2007. It's a 21% High Rye Bourbon. A 16-year-old whiskey is in this. You have 26% of it is a 10-year-old bourbon, which is another High Rye Bourbon at 21%. 21% is another 9-year-old High Rye Bourbon at 21%. And then you got a 26% of it, another 26% is 36%. So it went higher in the rye content. High Rye Bourbon at 10-year-old whiskey, and then another 9-year-old whiskey, which is at also a 36% High Rye, and that's another 21% of it. And then if you add it all together, that adds up to 100% of what's in this bottle. This next one this one right here, the little book, doesn't give me that much information as far as like what percentages and all that other stuff, but it does kind of give me some idea. There is a 16-year-old straight bourbon whiskey in this, 17-year-old straight bourbon whiskey in this. You have a 10-year straight rye whiskey in this. You have a 9-year-old straight bourbon whiskey in this. You have a 5-year-old straight malt whiskey finished in applewood smoked barrels. Then you have another 4-year straight bourbon whiskey, and then another 4-year straight rye whiskey. That's a lot of stuff that's gone into this. I wish they would have gave us percentages. How this gave us percentages, ages, all that stuff. Well, it did give us the ages. Let me get that right. So normally these are really good on their own. I'm curious to see what they taste like together. Let me show you the bottles real quick. Let's see here. Let me try to get my face out of there. There it goes. This little book. Does that say 118 on the bottom? Sure does. 118. And then of course 100. So it should be fairly simple for me to be able to tell which one's drinks maybe a little bit hotter, a little bit spicier, but you never know. You can't tell with some of these. Some of these, especially with the high rye bourbons in there at 36% rye, it could give off a little bit of heat. And I think I've swirled them around enough. So let me see what we're getting here. What are we getting? So I'm going to call this glass A and B. Since I'm going this way, I'll start with this one. Let me swirl it around a little bit, give you guys a preview of what the glass looks like. Really nice, coats the glass very well. That is glass A. And then glass B. Wow. They both coat the glass very well. And if I was looking at them both and then trying to look and see, in the glass, there is no distinct color difference. This one may be a little bit darker looking down on him, but I really can't tell from this view right here. Can you tell? Let's see there. Look at that. This is the whatever it is, and this is this one. Okay, now that I look at it in the camera, Yeah, one does look darker, and it is. Okay, can't tell right there. Shit. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go to A right here. Let's get the nose done. Very fruity, very nice. Has a lot of spice on the nose. A lot of spice. Really nice though. Really nice. I could tell this one's gonna be a little spicy meatball. A little bit more toned down on the nose. So again, it's gonna be kind of hard to be able to. Again, some fruits, spice, some oak. I don't know. I think the little book. Not to say this is it, but after going back and forth, it did tone down a little bit. It's been in the glass. Both of these have been in the glass for roughly about 5 to 10 minutes prior to me starting this video. So both of them have been sitting in the glass for enough amount of time for it to air out. Been twirling them a little bit, been swirling it around. Air's getting in there. Alcohol is dissipating. So this one is lighter. It would be crazy if I accidentally matched them up, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Really nice. A cinnamon spice on this one. There's a little bit more savory, a little bit more of a pepper spice. Of course, a lot lighter in tone. And I say, of course, like I'm already saying that this is it, and I think I accidentally matched them up, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. A lot of spice on this one, so it's going to be weird if this is at 118 and then this is at 110 and then going down to it. Doesn't mean it can't be flavorful though. I mean, it coats the glass very well, so we'll see. Cheers, everybody. First drink of the night. Ooh. That is really nice. That is really nice. Got a battle coming up next week. Hopefully he thinks it's really nice too. It's gonna be an interesting battle. Make sure you tune in for that. That'll be Wednesday of next week. Man, I really like that one. It has a very sweet, very oak forward. Has just an overall just a really nice palate. Ooh, man, if it's this one, man, and it is that cinnamon spice on the nose turned into a pepper more of a pepper savory note on the palate, so it kind of changed on me. But overall, just a really nice pour. Now let's go back into this one. Wow. Now, it ain't as spicy, this one, but there is a lot of spice there. A lot of flavor, really coats the mouth very well. Man, I would like, this is crazy how this came off. And maybe because I'm just coming off this, I just cleaned my, kind of cleared my palate just a little bit. But that's really nice too. I'll tell you what, it's better than anything I've tasted on the last video. Man, this is really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is that I accidentally matched them up. I could tell how far down it went down in spice and tone and flavor. Okay, let me take that back. Not flavor. The flavor's there. It is a really nice pour. I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. Now I'm gonna kind of A and B it and see which one stands out just a little bit more. No, not clearing out my palate. Oh, this one got a lot more fruitier. I read off what is in these, and maybe it's the visual of that apple smoked wood, but that is so present in this. It is so sweet. It does have some apples in there. It's just like that, the oak, that's the smokiness. I think this one. I probably shouldn't have written down. I normally don't, but there was so much to try to remember, and then trying to read off of it. It was just so small, so I had to write it down first. But this is no slouch. This really coats um, evenly, fully, flavorful. I think this is what probably I should have probably just did a Remus battle and seen, because I'm not positive, but I'm thinking this is as close to the five, if not better, for me, in my opinion. I liked six, and sometimes six for Remus kind of go back and forth with five. I'm like, man, I really like the spiciness of six, whereas five just had a full round of flavor, and this has that nice roundness and flavor. I'm gonna say I prefer this one. There's just so many different flavors going on there, so many different feelings you get when you sip on it. This one right here is still nice. It's so savory, so full of flavor. Yeah, I can sip that and just sit down. I'm getting some little bit of orange peel on this. It's like it changes, but I don't know if that's because of the influence on this one. But wow, it is really nice. Both of these are really nice, and I definitely think this is the. I definitely think this is the. I think I accidentally. Yep, there it is right there. So accidentally matched them up, but that's okay. I didn't think I was gonna have an issue with picking out, like, especially with. I just kind of want to do this as a fun thing for me. Fun for me to taste the whiskey uh, that I haven't reviewed yet. I got so many other ones that I still have to review, and man, I just thought this would be a fun one, kind of an Indiana thing. I wish this was a little bit higher proof so that it maybe have a chance. And I know that they're using, some high rye mash bills to give it a little bit of spice to it. And I think they did a good job. I think they blended this one well to where it can actually stand up to whiskeys like this. But I don't know what it is, that little bit of smoke, little bit of that wood char. It's just really nice in tone and flavor, and it just comes together well. Mm. Yeah. But yeah, so that's all I got for you. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Tune in tomorrow. Don't forget. Hello again, whiskey friends, and then Mash and Drum, so we can support one of our own in the community. And again, we love you, Eric Gunderson. Love your family, and praying for your daughter as well. Thank you. Have a good morning, afternoon, good night, and whatever time you're watching this, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and cheers with the clear winner for me, anyways. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, it's just so nice, so sweet, so savory, and that ain't to take anything away from this one. This one's really nice too. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.